Welcome back. As the weather gets colder, it is important to not forget about the needs of your pets. Christine Fox from Wag N Tails Dog Activity Center in Shelby Township joins us this morning with some tips for keeping your dogs happy and safe this winter. Christine, good morning. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Who do you have in with you?
Well, I've got Hollywood here. She's my little diva.
Okay.
This is Noah. He's a 5-month-old black Labrador with lots of energy and
5-month-old, lots of energy, and he is calm, so job well done, first off.
Thank you. It wasn't easy.
Sure.
A lot of work to teach our dogs, right? So one of the main things that we want to remember about winter time is not just preparing our dogs during winter. We have to prepare them all season long for handling, and especially their feet to be handled, their paws, keeping their bodies still to accept grooming, and wiping their paws and keeping them clean, during the winter.
Sure, you take the dog out for a walk, they come back in with the salt on their paws. That can't be good.
No, it's not.
But they don't want you to play with their paws all the time.
That's right. So it's all about making sure that we prep them. One of the things that I like to teach right away is the settle command. This is where you're teaching the dog to accept, again, handling, whether it's for their face, their ears. A lot of the long-haired breeds, the Cocker Spaniels, their ears are soaking wet just from running in the snow.
Sure.
So Hollywood's been taught to settle. So I tell her settle, and she knows to keep her face still. Watch me, good girl. And then I use the release word. The release word's everything in dog training. Dogs have to know when their work is done. Okay? So it's very important that once you give that command, you then give them the next cue that lets them know, okay, we're done.
So training a dog is a pretty intensive process, in my experience. Are there any, I mean, of course we want to come see a professional. Are there any minor tips that you can convey? You
bet. And what I would say is it doesn't have to be intense. Our #1 hashtag is make learning fun.
Okay.
It should be fun. It should be fun for you, for your dog. It should be an enjoyable bonding and learning experience for both of you. But if I was to give one very most important tip is practice. We don't learn how to play guitar just practicing every 6 weeks or once a year during the
Sure, so be consistent with your dog. All right.
Yeah, you got to have some recitals before there's the big concert. And so if we're only expecting them to keep still only during the winter, but yet we didn't prep them all season long, practice is very, very important.
This is a lifelong commitment,
and
it's fun. So we have her still.
She's having fun, right, Hollywood?
What are some of the aspects we're going to want to keep in mind during the winter? We talked about the paws.
Yes.
You talked about the ears. Are there any other winter-specific grooming techniques?
Well, make sure that you're not keeping them out for so long that they get the little snowballs in their hair. Have you ever seen that where you almost have to defall your dog? So be careful that they're not out for so long that it's dangerous to their coat.
How do we know?
Well, every breed is different. So definitely inquiring with your veterinarian and your breeder and the person who you acquired your dog from, they're going to know what's best for your breed. So it's important because all breeds are different. A husky, you're going to have to drag them in the house.
Sure.
And their coat is made for those long winter days and nights.
Whereas Hollywood,
but we don't want to leave our dog out.
Sweater on her.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But even walking our dogs at night can be cumbersome and difficult for them. And so that's something to keep in mind as well. So, Hollywood, just to be in the studio here, I've got her sweater on. Sweater weather. Now for a Labrador, same thing. I would put a coat on a Lab. I really would. Definitely.
Okay, so when it comes to grooming, not even winter specific, how often should it be done?
Well, again, it depends on your breed.
The longer the hair, the more frequent?
Yes, and certain breeds are more predisposed to becoming matted in their coats. A Labrador is going to be a much, not as much high maintenance as a Maltese would be, like Hollywood. So even teaching this position of stand. Okay, Noah, stand. Yes, good boy, stay. Good boy, no moving. Okay, and then quickly using your release word so that over time he starts to associate that when I approach you with a brush or a towel to wipe your feet or even nail clippers, you need to stay still. Again, with Hollywood, I'm not going to come at her with a sharp object until I've made sure that she knows how to stay still. So I may even practice without even using the scissors.
And it seems like you've done that. Christine, where can we find you if anyone's interested in
We have 2 locations in Shelby Township, and we also have Christine Fox TV, where you can follow me individually on social media. I do all kinds of tips and tricks there. Our school is for dogs, where we teach people how to teach their dogs.
Wag N Tails, and 5-month-old Lab, you said?
He is.
A lot of energy. I'm shocked that
Isn't
he's so calm.
So sweet?
Can I rile
He's
him
been
up a
with
little
me.
bit?
Oh, thanks. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, now that it's time to go,
waiting
give
for
me
that
a
moment.
jazz. All right. Oh, look at this. Christine, thanks for your time. We're going to head to break, and we will be right back.
Hey, buddy.